Good morning from Roosevelt Camp in somewhere, Virginia. I think we're right near Edinburgh, or Edinburgh, or really should be Edinburgh, but we're not going to talk about that. Last night I did a quick 5-hour jaunt down here from home in New Jersey, and today's goal is to get to the Cherahalla Skyway, Tennessee. So let's pack up and get going. I think I've got a long way to go. So the wrong way to bother as few people as possible. This was an old Civilian Conservation Corps camp, the CCC, and it's a little campground, and the campsites are not completely on top of each other. Chrisman Hollow Road in the George Washington National Forest. So last night was a bit of a highway slog to get down here, and I got in around 10:30, 10:45, but knocked out a good chunk of riding to get a little closer. The goal is to be at Barber Motorcycle Museum tomorrow. I should have just come down this road. Would have found a nice little dispersed site. Oh, what beautiful forest here. Starting to get some fall color. Oh, beautiful. A little stream. Yeah, no lack of dispersed sites, but they all seem to be full. Don't blame them, these are pretty awesome. Oh, there's one. Crap. Could have slept there last night. Oh, what a beautiful morning. A little chilly, but beautiful forest. Holy hell. It's amazing to come into a place in the middle of the night and then wake up and be in awe of how lovely it is. I definitely could have dispersed camp last night for free with less interruption, but sometimes there's comfort in a known spot versus an unknown spot. It's okay, I'll get better at it. Got 2 weeks to figure this out. Well, I've found pavement again. Track was sort of short-lived, but that's okay. Wow, that's awesome. Holy shnikes. We're above the sea of clouds. How beautiful is that? Good morning, world. What a way to start the day. Especially given the highway miles I have in store for me. I'm down into the sea of clouds now from my high perch up there before. This is the little town of Newmarket, Virginia.
That is outstanding, especially after seeing so many cookie-cutter RVs. It's nice when the highways have a bit of a view.
Alright, so after all morning on the highway, I am in Tennessee at some horrific little strip mall here, which I am trying to escape. We're going to do a little more highway and then find some more fun windy roads to get to the end of the day. Traveling on 81 through the rolling hills of Tennessee. hopefully for not too much longer.
Well, that looks like a fun gravel driveway.
Not terrible for an interstate. Lots of little lumpy hills to look at. But I was told this morning it was the 30s when I woke up, probably 37 or 36. And now it's a balmy 70. Well, I'm off of the interstate in rural Tennessee, and this is so much more enjoyable. Past the Peacemakers Motorcycle Clubhouse, whoever they are. Whoa, Davy Crockett Lake. Holy hell. That is a waterfall. On Pa's Family Restaurant. Wow. Happening. Can't hate a road like this. Are we crossing into North Carolina soon? Are we already in North Carolina? I don't have a clue. Welcome to North Carolina.
Where they totally didn't copy their flag design from Texas. That's clearly just a coincidence.
Turned into a really beautiful day. Get the hard work done in the morning and go play in the afternoon. Beautiful view of Blue Mountains. I am too slow on the draw. French Broad River. I thought it said French Bread River. Wow. Reckon they had a bit of flooding here. Hot spring. Smells really good. Tacos.
A flashing no truck sign is a good sign.
Well, this road is just wonderful. And I mean, I'm headed in the direction of the Cherahalla Skyway, and the Tail of the Dragon's right there, but Sunday afternoon, Tail of the Dragon sounds like a total cluster fest. This is just wonderful. Nobody here except a couple cars. Gorgeous views across the valley. But you gotta focus on the road. Probably have a pull-off at one of these things soon. Take a look around. Wunderbar. Oh man, I need to come to places like this more often. Not in the corner, man. I gotta see what's coming. Yeah, that's why not. The Rattler's 290 curve. Oh, it's an old school that got turned into a eatery? I guess this is a famous road too, huh? All these old barns are so cool. Thankfully, the Rattler doesn't have quite the draw that the Dragon does. That was a lovely Sunday afternoon ride.
It's the first full day of the trip, and I've already lost track of what day it is. The scary-sounding names like Rattler or Tail of the Dragon are just marketing to get you to come spend your dollars. You can't throw a dart at a map of this region without hitting a spectacular road.
Still on 209. Beautiful road. I have a little ways to go to get to my sleeping spot tonight. All these curvy roads are not good for progress. They are fun though. Here in the little town of Robbinsville, about to head for Cherahalla Skyway area and look for a place to camp. Got a Wendy's chicken wrap and a bunch of snacks, some instant coffee for the morning, so I should be good to go. Oh, that's cool. The old Esso sign, off into the mountains. The water here, just marvelous. Very pretty. I think this pickup truck driver might be a local. All the roads around here are so good. Even the divided highway I was on earlier was pleasant. I mean, it wasn't like this, but it was rolling and constantly turning and going up and down and had lovely views of mountains and forests. What a place to ride around. Loose and gravelly. Okay. ABS is off. It is loose. Oh, that shoulder full of leaves is scary. You don't know what it's made of. It's made of washboard. Across a little creek. Let's have a look. Just stunning. My goodness, what a place. How about that way? Oh, geez. Equally amazing. Cool. Look at the reflection on the rock. Geez. Really slippery. That's incredible. Should have come here on a Thursday. Super cool going through all these rhododendrons. There's a campsite that is that's awesome.
I found camp on a forest road parallel to the Cherahalla Skyway. What a spectacular campsite. There's rhododendrons and super tall trees. Only a few overlanders going up and down the road looking for this campsite. I'm glad I found it when I did. There's a little fire ring, but I don't have much firewood, so that's sort of out of the question tonight. And there's the sound of rushing water in the background. It's gonna be a good sleep. I am beat after today. Been riding 8 to 6. I have a little invader and I need to get him off my tent. And I don't want to touch that thing. I rode 491 miles today with lots of excellent back roads once I made it to Tennessee and North Carolina. Morning comes and everything has to go back onto the bike. Let's see how long it actually takes. 16 minutes isn't as bad as I thought, though it doesn't include the time convincing myself to get out of my warm cocoon.
Goodbye, cute little campsite in the woods. Let's go to Alabama. On the Dirtahala Highway. Super loose gravel. Like marbles. There's the beautiful creek I heard last night down in the gorge on the left. Okay, yeah, so these are the people looking for campsites last night when they drove by. Good morning, North Carolina. Got my tent all packed up. It was still pretty dark at 7 when I got out of bed. Took me 45 minutes or so to get ready. Need to work on that. Getting some pretty changey leaves. There's the sunrise. That's the Cheriola Skyway. Cheriola. Not areola. Dirt twisties to pavement twisties. Oh, gorgeous. Feels beautiful. A whole 10 degrees warmer this morning. Wowee. Beautiful road along the river. This is the Tellico River. Oh, cool. Just veils of mist gently blanketing the mountains. I made today's route to Alabama with the intent on avoiding highways when possible, but still making decent time. I do want to get to spend some time at that mecca to the gods of speed. And so far, this is pretty nice. Very cool old barns. Little sugar lump mountain.
I found some nice windy roads through the fog. And into the abyss we go. Does anyone know what these stripes mean? I've never seen anything quite like it. Is it saying, hey, there's a sharp corner here, or is it something else? And check out this caravan treehouse.
Whoa. Look at this lake. Beautiful. Little trees out in the middle of it. That is wild. Very cool. Well, so much for lots of little back roads. Gonna have to do some highway to make time. Heading towards Chattanooga, 25 miles. What? They have kilometers on the sign? What? Where am I? What's going on? Not as much back roads as I remembered. Oh well. We go look at a bunch of really cool motorcycles. Well, I'm in the very northwest corner of Georgia right now with a little under 2 hours to get to Barber Motorsports Museum. I am so excited. And I gain an hour. I'm crossing into Central Time Zone. So I'm even going to get there right before they open. Didn't even plan that. Thought I was going to be there at 1, but looks like I'll be there right before noon. Welcome to Alabama. I don't think I've ever been here before. Yay! Oh no, there's a Buc-ee's here. Do I visit the Buc-ee's? Yeah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not going to wait for a traffic jam. We'll go to the Chevron. That is insane. I don't see the appeal. Just mobbed. And there's a huge line waiting to get in. Oh, thank you. I made it. At Barber. So excited. So excited. 1,000 and something miles later. Super cool. This place is absolutely insane.
They also have the world's largest Lotus collection.
Oh, and there's just more bikes there and more bikes there. Is that how thin the bodies on the Lotuses are? You can see right through them.
Race bike, race bike, race bike, race bike. And right outside is Barber Motorsports Park, with some sort of track day going on. And I missed the Barber Vintage Festival by 1 week. I'll need to come back for that one.
I just don't know what to do with myself. This place is truly awe-inspiring. I'm just dumbfounded. It's way too much to process, so I'm gonna take the tour in about half an hour. And that will give more stories to all of this. What in the wide world of sports is this? The Gurney alligator made by Dan Gurney? Weird. Oh. Bimoda. The Moto Campo.
They have a few of Alan Millard's polycylindered Frankenstein creations, though they look completely factory. And the weird but stunning Bimoda Tessie 3D.
Oh my god.
This Britain V1000 is the crown jewel of the Barber collection as far as I'm concerned. It was built completely from scratch in the early 90s by John Britton in his shed in New Zealand. It was way ahead of its time and still looks absolutely stunning. And there are only 10 of them in the world. And in 2015, 9 of the 10 gathered here at the Vintage Festival. And this wild Honda is from 2001. It's almost like Cannondale was in charge of the front suspension. They have a small collection of board trackers, which must have been absolutely terrifying, especially when the wooden track was wet. This flying Merkel is so cool.
Motorcycles can achieve over 100 miles an hour on the straight. They usually run on like a 4 mile track, half-mile track, even a 1 mile track.
Well, that was spectacular. Always get the guided tour if you can. There's so much to see here, and getting a story about all this stuff is super awesome. And, oh man, I'm completely overloaded.
Well, that was absolutely incredible. This is a must see place. I should have come here a long time ago. This is just, I can't put into words how cool it was. And seeing that Britain, I got a shiver. It's just incredible. What a place. I would need to go back. Yeah, definitely get a tour. Go on a tour if you can. Get to wander around the basement shop where they do the restoration service. Although no photos are allowed down in the workshop, so you'll have to go see it for yourself. Now I need food. I thought there was a cafe there, and there is, but it was not open today.
Wow, that absolutely hit the spot.
Alright, let's go find a place to camp. Got some place on the lake. I don't have a reservation, but it's Sunday night. I should be alright. So Google is telling me that there's a speed camera up ahead. I thought they had to catch you in order to give you a ticket. This is very disappointing. Oh, is that it? On the box there? 45 is awfully difficult. 35.
And the nerve to put it on an arrow straight road where the speed limit drops. It's clearly just for revenue generation.
Alabama, I'm disappointed in you. This doesn't need to be a 35. Google told me I could spend 2 hours taking the interstate to get to the campsite tonight, or I could spend just 15 more minutes and take all these little country roads. And I really appreciate the option. And it saves gas. Oh man, this is just so enjoyable, except for the sun in my eyes. Reminds me of those county roads from Smokey and the Bandit. And speaking of Smokey and the Bandit, I sure could use a beer at camp tonight. Hopefully I can find one at a liquor store, or sorry, gas station, convenience store. I have no idea what the laws are here, but they're probably more reasonable than New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Nice. African twins? What are the chances I pull over, put my visor on, and find a gravel road? Alabama back roads. Yeah. Some fun, eh, Bambi? I'm back into the sun, but I have a sun visor now. It has to come off on the highway, though, because it shakes my whole head. That makes for a very grumpy Simon. Looks like I got about half an hour of daylight left. This is some sort of wildlife management area. What a wonderful way to travel across the country. Little back roads, tall trees. Another Thai restaurant. Huh. Smelled really good. Cool city center. What town is this? Greensboro? This must be Greensboro. I do love being able to see big stretches of the sky changing colors. Whole bunch of cows. They almost look like statues. 3C Cattle Company. Into the sunset we go. Only 11 minutes to the campground. Only I could read. Oh, Demopolis. D-E-M-O-Polis. Demopolis?
This doesn't feel eerie at all. Nope, not one little bit. I found camp for the night at Fosque Creek Park.
It is a beautiful night. I have a nice little spot on the water. I'm told. Camping with the RVs. That's my site.
Even with the time at Barber, I managed to ride 379 miles today. Thank you so much for coming along, and stay tuned as I head west for Texas Hill Country.